Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back for another card review. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at the 4.5% jackpot card for the upcoming Chronos Gate series. Right, this is Angel of Doom Lucifer. Right, so how good is this guy as a 4.5% card? Right, so let's take a look. Leader skill, we have God, Demon, Elf, attack times 6, HP recovery times 1.3. Right, so you can see based on if you were to compare this with Felira, which is the 1% card, the multiplier is slightly lower, base multiplier at least. Okay, so point number 2, by dissolving more than 3 types of runestones, I believe this includes hard runestones. We have these 3 races, attack times 2 additionally, and basically point 1, 2, 3, 4 are all multiplier effects. Okay, so point number 3, when HP is not full, you get a 3.5 additionally, which is actually quite juicy, right? But this is going to be a bit hard to control because you need to control your recovery and stuff like that, right? In which I'm going to talk about more in the later part of this video. And last but not least, by dissolving Dark Runestones, team attack times 1.5 additionally. So you will want to at least have this part here, right? 1.5 additionally by dissolving Dark Runestones. So hopefully there is no rune drought of Dark Runestones on your board, okay? To get that at least point number 1, 2, and 4 down. Right, so point number 3 is a bit hard to trigger. It really depends on what you have for your team, right? In which I'm going to give some suggestions at the later part of this video. And then we're going to move on to the active skill number 1, right? Ultimate Guard Break CD8. So deplete 10% of current HP upon skill activation, right? So this, what does this do is basically making your HP not full, right? So you get that 3.5 multiplier from the leader skill, right? Quite smart, but I think it could have been done better, I feel. Okay, so for 1 round, monster attack times 8, right? So it's going to be this full burst card here, right? This leader card here is going to be the one that is dealing the most damage. Okay, so point number 2, monster's damage will be dealt regardless of defense, right? So this guy is going to be able to burst through high defense, petrified runestones, and stuff like that, right? So just Lucifer himself and not the entire team. And this effect is going to continue as long as an enemy is defeated. A number of rounds stays in play as long as you kill something, right? So one thing to take note, if the stage has two mobs, like for example living on each other and stuff like that, right? So by defeating one and leaving the other one alive, this effect will still be in play, right? As long as one mob is being defeated per round. Okay, so active skill number 1 is one way to keep the team's HP not full, right? But there is also another way to keep it preventing your HP to not reach 100%. Okay, I'm going to talk about that later. Okay, and now we're looking at active skill number 2, burning effect, CD6, slightly shorter, right? So what you're going to do is to swipe and remove 2 rows of runestones, and for 2 rounds, boss skill burning will be nullified. So this is going to be occasionally helpful in terms of helping you to do like burning trails and cross burning boss or enemy effects. Alright, so I think this one would be more useful in terms of stage, because burning has been pretty common recently, right? And then this skill would definitely nullify it for 2 rounds instead of 1 round, right? We have cards like Bahamut, which actually nullifies for 1 round, right? So this guy gives you an extra round. So we do have one more team skill available, right, which is not shown on Facebook. If you guys follow the Facebook page, it wasn't shown, right? So I'm just going to show you guys right now. Alright, so this will be the team skill for Lucifer, right? And then this will be, the condition is to have Lucifer as leader. Your ally can be either Lucifer or Azazel. So let's take a look at the team skill. Right, so for 1 round, after entering the stage and at the end of each round, right, turn the column below the leader into Enchanted Dark God and Enchanted Hard God runestones. Okay, so this one I'm not sure how it's gonna be. It might be random, it might be fixed, right? But all you know is there is this auto conversion every at the end of every round, right? I would say this might be it can be a good and bad thing. Good in terms of you can actually have that dark runestones every round, right? To not have that rune drought. So you, as long as you dissolve dark runestones, you have that additional multiplier as what we see in the leader skill. But the disadvantage is all this auto conversion will actually mess up the board. So if you were to do things like a quintet shield, right? Just nice, there is this 1 rune that you actually need below the leader, and now it's gone because of the auto conversion. right? So really a bit of pros and cons there, right? It really depends on the stage. So point number 2, under team skill, dark and hard runestones possess 50% of each other, right? So if you were to bring in cards that cancel off hard runes to give more dark runes drop, you can do that as well, because dark runes possess 50% of hard runestones as well. Okay, so with that we have point number 3, leader CD -8 after entering a stage. So this means that as long as you enter, you can activate Lucifer's active skill number 1, and that is going to give you this reduction in HP for you to trigger that 3.5% because your HP is not full, which is a very good way of maintaining the skill, right? But the true way of maintaining that not 100% HP pool is this last effect right here, right? By doing the swiping active skill, right? For in terms of Lucifer, we have two swipes. You can actually activate these 2 skills depending on whether you swipe left or swipe right, right? So if you were to swipe left while clearing the runes, you can actually have this weaken the attack of all enemies by 60% for 1 round, right? So note that this swipe left number of rounds cannot be superimposed, so which means that to the max you can only swipe left once, and even if you swipe left 2 times, it will still be 1 round of weakening, right? So if you take a look at swipe right, this is the one that is going to help you to maintain that maybe 90% HP and stuff like that. Okay, so for 1 round, team recovery becomes 0. So this is how you're gonna maintain that team multiplier. Okay, so we have recovery to 0, and then we have an additional team attack times 2, right? And then plus Lucifer's own active skill, self attack times 8. So that's gonna be quite a juicy damage. Right? On top of that, we have point number 3, leader launch and extra light attack. Right? It didn't say how many percent, which means this is a full 100% damage. So this is gonna be quite a lethal damage as well. Okay, so overall I think that Lucifer here has a very interesting playstyle, but it's gonna be quite hard to get that maximum multiplier every single round, right? So if you were to consider Lucifer as leader and ally, right, there's gonna be, even if you swipe right for two of these runestones, right, there's gonna be this 1 or 2 rounds whereby there is no recovery 0, right? So one card that you can bring in, my suggestion would be Papaver, which is the dark elf, in which every time you make a move or every time you spin your runes, you will deduct your HP, right? So that is one way to keep your HP, prevent your HP from being full. And on top of that, Papaver gives you team attack times 2 as well. Alright, so a bit of a suggestion there, right? Because Lucifer plays God, Demon as well as Elf playstyle, right? So Papaver is a very good pick right there. If not, I would have went for the Pegasus instead, right? But there is no beast multiplier, so I think Papaver is the only good suitable choice right here. Right, so overall, quite a fun card to play. But as what I said in the Philera card review, right? This series is not in a very good position because we have upcoming collaboration, and then before this we had Tsuyo. Alright, so my suggestion is to give this series a skip. If you guys want to spend more diamonds to draw Tsuyo, go ahead and do so. If you want to save on the upcoming Demon Slayer collaboration, you can do so as well, and you can give this series a skip. That is my own opinion. Alright, so if you guys have any other things you can agree or disagree in the comment section below, I'll look forward to see your comments as well. Right, so if not, I'm going to end this card review. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.